programs often need to make decisions. For example, did the player pass? Has the game ended? Is a value above or below a threshold? In Rust, we use if statements to control this behavior. An if statement checks a condition. If the condition is true, the code inside the block runs. If the condition is false, the block is skipped. The important thing is that the condition must be a bool known as a boolean type that can be either true or false. Rust does not allow numbers like 0 or 1 to act as true or false, unlike some other programming languages. Let's get started with our main function. Let's create a variable called score and give it a value. Let's check how good our score is. If score is greater than 50, then maybe we pass a test. We use the greater than character to check if something is larger than our current score. We first use the Rust keyword if, followed by the condition we are checking for. We use curly braces to create a block of code that will run when this condition is true. If score was 50 or less, nothing would be printed as we only have this conditional check at the moment. Now, for another example using equality, that means if something is equal to. In programming, we use two equal signs to mean is equal to. That's because we use only one equal sign when we create variables, like in lives, which is given the value 0. This next line checks if lives is exactly 0. Let's look at the opposite comparison using not equal to. The exclamation mark and equal sign combination means not equal to. The line below checks if coins is anything other than 0. If coins were 0, this condition would be false and the message would not be printed. If lives was anything other than 0, the game over message would not be printed to our screen. So in short, if lets us control when code runs. Instead of every line running one after another, we can choose to run code only when certain conditions are met. After if, any conditions must be true or false, that is, they must produce a boolean data type. This means every if statement must evaluate to either true or false. Comparison operators like greater than, less than, or equal to produce boolean values. These operators compare values and return either true or false. These boolean results are what if uses to decide whether to run the code inside its block. Go ahead and experiment with different comparison operators to see how the flow of your code changes.